Woolworths says it saw substantial progress made in its fashion, beauty and home division in the period under review, with its food division continuing to show the strongest growth momentum.
The food business is the crown jewel in the entire portfolio that Woolworths has. We saw revenue there for food alone growing about 9%. When you add in the Absolute Pets acquisition that they made, revenue was up 11%. Very good performance on gross profit margins. We saw a 20 basis points increase in their profit margins. So those two points are really the positive data points in the entire Woolworths set of results. Unfortunately, in all other respects, it was a very challenged result from clothing in South Africa and in Australia. And within food, while they grew their revenue by 11% and their gross profit by about 13%, unfortunately, their expenses grew faster than their gross profit. Expenses were up by 14%, and as a result, lower operating margins and a 7% increase in their operating income.
The retailer noted that consumer sentiment in South Africa had been subdued, keeping a tight rein on discretionary spending, in spite of the lower inflation and interest rate environment.
If you were to dissect the consumer into three buckets between the high, middle, and low income, you'll see that the highest income consumer is faring best with regards to their consumer confidence. After a dip late last year, the high income and middle income consumers' confidence has increased, in part because of lower interest rates, which impact them more, and they're a lot more affected also by two-pot withdrawals. In contrast, the low-income consumer does not benefit as much from interest rate decreases, fuel price decreases, and the two-pot system. And we've seen the low-income consumer struggle a whole lot more. That is reflected in the results of a company like Shoprite, where you saw that their Shoprite chain's sales only grew by 6%, but their Checkers chain, which caters to a high-income group, grew by 14%.
Despite the report of a decline in earnings, the Woolies share price rose by as much as 1.5% during the session. Nompumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.